Alrighty, boys. If you clicked on this video, you probably need a free-to-play alternative to not having Akihiko. Well, don't worry. Today, we'll be running a 4-star as our AoE DPS, aka Motaha, aka Closer. Enough further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into the guide. Ikaze? Let's go ahead and show you the Rev Cards and the Mindscapes for this team, starting off with our main DPS 4-star Closer. So at Closer, you're going to want the Perseverance and Change set. Make sure if you are running the 4-star weapon to R6 it. It will help out your damage a lot. Since I am low on Gecko coins and I don't have her 4-star weapon, in hordes like that, I'm kind of bricked here, but it's okay. Even with this low forge, you can still do big PP damage. As for the strategist, you're going to want to run Cord. Cord is going to be running Creation Reconciliation, as per usual. Here's her Mindscape. And our next strategist being Tempest, she's going to be running Creation and Worry. Here is her Mindscape. Oh, and here's Closer's Mindscape, if I didn't show that yet. As for our Navigator, MIKU Dayo. God, I can't believe I said that. You're going to be running Hope and Labor. Here is her Mindscape. Lastly, let's go ahead and talk about Wonder himself. So for Wonder, you're going to be running a couple of things. As for the daggers, you can run R6 Starry Compass if you aren't capped out on defense reduction. If you are capped out on defense reduction, you can run something like an R6 Cyclotron or an R6 Ex Machina. As for the Wonder Personas, I'll be running Komokuten here with Rebellion, Tarukaja, and he's going to be using Revolution, his signature. Next is Thor. Thor, you're going to want to inherit a few things. In order to land Shock more consistently, make sure to inherit something like Shock Boost, something like Accuracy Boost. And lastly, we'll be using Thunder Caller to inflict shock and to amp up our electric damage. And Somnophon if you need the extra survivability with his Highlight or his Devoted Guard signature skill. And yeah, without further ado, boys, let's get straight into the run. Ikaze. Alright, fellas. So, this season is pretty interesting. But I'll go ahead and start y'all off simple. Tempest, we're going to go ahead and skill 3. Make sure you target Closer, of course, so she's the one getting the crit damage and crit rate boost. Wonder, we're going to go ahead and start applying our crit rate buffs, starting with Rebellion. Make sure you target Closer, of course. She is the main DPS. I am A1 Cord, but if you are A0, just do the A0 rotation, being 2-1-3. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and start off with Distortion. If you can, make sure you proc Shock for the extra 10% crit rate. Highlights up. Let's go ahead and use Closer's Highlight. Fight Hole. And then we'll go ahead in conjunction with Skill 3. Her rotation is pretty basic this season. You're just mashing S3 like no tomorrow, which is very nice. I don't have to manage Closer's rotations that much. But do keep in mind, these enemies do hit hard. So you have to either A, RNG the fight, or B, bring some sort of sustain. Being a persona or just a healer. Another thing that I need to warn y'all about is I'll be using MIKU's crit damage rotations in this guide. Because my Closer is capped out on crit rate. She isn't right now. She's only at around 82.1. But once I apply AoE Shock plus Revolution, it's going to be around 100%. So, I'll be using the crit damage rotation. But if you need, MIKU's crit rate rotation, I can also put it on the screen right now. But I do recommend you run crit damage, because for maximum damage, that is the best rotation to run. And now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with MIKU here. So, MIKU, I can't believe this character's on my screen. We're going to go ahead and do her skill 1. This is going to give us our first song. 2 more songs to go until we can activate the funny button. Tempest, we're going to go ahead and skill 2. This is going to go ahead and apply a party-wide attack buff. Wonder is going to go ahead and Revolution. This right here is going to give Closer to around 90-something% CR. Cord, we're going to go ahead and do her skill 1. If you haven't shocked a Nekomata, I would recommend shocking one that hasn't been shocked yet. Closer, we're going to go ahead and skill 3. Big PP damage for a 4-star, not bad. And obviously here, if the Nekomatas, like, one-tap your closer, it's a reset, y'all. Because you can get unlucky and they just focus target closer, which isn't really fun. Anyways, Miku's back. We're going to go ahead and use her skill 2. This is going to give us our second song. So that what that means is one more turn of buffs before big skill 3. Tempest's going to go ahead and reapply the crit damage buff on closer. Highlights here. We're going to go ahead and use Sandalphon's highlight for safe measure. If you think you can live this turn, then you don't have to Sandalphon highlight. You can do like a Wonder highlight with Komokuten or something. But here, I'm going to go ahead and play it safe, y'all. Let's go ahead and Sandalphon highlight. And this is really the only sustain you need, y'all. Here, let's go ahead and use Thor skill 1. Make sure you do land shock throughout like the whole entire field. In this case, we got it. Very good. Helps with the crit rate capping. Cord is going to go ahead and skill 3 here. Make sure you target closer, of course. Big PP damage time. This is going to amp up closer's damage. And we're going to use skill 3. Very brain dead rotation. I appreciate that, y'all. And see what I mean? Like, all you need is big Giga Chad Sandalphon, and you'll be fine. This guy protects you. He does everything for you, man. Goated persona. Okay, Miku Dayo is back. I'm cringing saying that. I'm sorry, y'all. One more song. So let's go ahead and reapply skill 1. So pretty much the 3 turns leading up to skill 3 is just reprocking S1 and S2. That's literally just her whole kit is until you press skill 3. Any case, Tempest's going to go ahead and reapply S2 onto closer. Not closer, but the whole party. Here, we're going to go ahead and Rebellion. Trust the process, y'all. And next, let's go ahead and reset Cord's rotation. We're going to be using the A0 rotation now, so go ahead and skill 2 onto closer. Giving her co-star. Highlights back up. Let's go ahead and use Wonder highlight with Komokuten. This is going to amp the party-wide damage. Closer, guess what we're going to do, y'all? You got it. Skill 3. Big PP damage for a 4-star. Not bad at all, y'all. Not bad at all. And again, you just gotta prage that these Nekomatas don't focus target closer, and you'll be A-okay. Alright. Guess what time it is, y'all? Miku Bimu Dayo. God, I'm not a Miku fan, y'all. I don't know what I'm talking about, okay? Just put the skill 3 in the bag, bro, okay? Alright, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and skill 3 here. And now we get look at this turn order, y'all. Isn't that nuts? But here you're gonna go ahead and reapply skill 3 onto closer, giving her the crit damage. Wonder, we're gonna go ahead and use Thor skill 1. The reason why we use Thor skill 1 here is since we proc this here, the duration of Thundercaller will last throughout the whole entire fight. So here, make sure you land the shock with Thunder Shocker, or whatever the heck that skill was called. Cord, we're going to go ahead and skill 1 here. Extra chip damage, we take those. And guess what Closer is going to do, y'all? You guessed it. Electro Shark. Very cool animation, by the way. Good damage as well. Here, highlights up, back up. Let's go ahead and use Tempest's highlight. Of course, make sure you target closer, so she's the one getting the crit damage amp. Let's go ahead and reapply the party-wide attack buff with Tempest S2. Next, with Wonder, we're going to go ahead and Revolution here. Trust the process. Rebellion is still active here. So we're going to go ahead and Revolution. Tempest, not Tempest, Cord. We're going to go ahead and skill 3. Of course, make sure you target closer. This is going to amp up closer's personal damage. Fight hole. Alright, skill 3, big PP damage incoming. Very nice. This is a 4-star, by the way. Okay, y'all. You know, she's pretty crazy. Okay, Miku's back up again. Let's go ahead and proc her skill 1. MIKU Bimu, or whatever the heck it's called, man. I don't know. Alright, Tempest, let's go ahead and do her skill 3. Reapplied onto Closer, giving her the crit damage, crit rate she needs. Wonder, we're gonna go ahead and this time Rebellion. Target Closer, of course. And that should put her crit rate at around cap, basically. So here, let's check, y'all. So here, we're at 74.2. Okay? But we are very close to cap. Very close. Closer, or Cord, we're going to go ahead and do her skill 2. Make sure you target Closer, so she gets co-star. We're going to go ahead and Cord highlight here. And now, Closer is going to go ahead and do her big PP damage button. Very nice. And finally, we're just going to end the fight, y'all. This last turn is comfy since we don't have to deal with these Nekomatas and Ku doing damage now. Alright. To end it off, boys, let's go ahead and proc MIKU S2. Alright, the final MIKU Bimu, or whatever the heck y'all be saying, man. Tempest, let's go ahead and skill 2. Reapplying the party-wide attack buff. Wonder, we're going to go ahead and this time Tarukaja. The reason why Tarukaja here is, like I said, since we procced Thor's signature skill, its duration lasts throughout the whole entire fight. So here, let's go ahead and Tarukaja with Komakuten. Make sure you target Closer, of course. Okay, and if you're curious what Closer's crit rate looks like, here it is. 89.2%. Plus that extra 10%. We are very close to the cap with Shock, y'all. In any case, Closer, by the way. Cord, we're going to go ahead and skill 1 for that extra chip damage. Nice crits, Closer, or Cord. God, they just look the same. I don't know why, y'all. Maybe I'm just blind. But to end it off, let's go ahead and do Closer skill 3 with her highlight, Fatal Big PP Damage. Look at that, y'all. 4-star DPS, by the way. GG's. Alright, man, I ain't gonna lie. Me making a guide with freaking Hatsune Miku in it, I would never expect this to happen in my life. But here we are, boys. We live in an era. But it gave me an excuse to run 4-star Closer. We take those. And if you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below, y'all. I'll get to you as fast as I can. And if you really enjoyed this guide, maybe leave a like, a sub. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. It would, you know, make me very happy if you press that sub button. It encourages me to make more videos, and I really enjoy the reception and the feedback that y'all provide for me. But do look out for other videos coming down the line, you know, some guides, video essays, etc. And until the next one, y'all, deuces.